Did I just see a 3-star mature in there? Yeah. And a 2-star mature and a young. I'm gonna wait here for a moment and see where any of these are going to land. We also have Ross's geese over here, including a 1-star mature. So we have a lot of birds here, and I want to wait until they have landed, because it seems like they are currently at the time when they are all migrating from one zone to the other. Because if you look at the feeding times for birds, you will notice like all of the waterfowl, they have multiple feed times. And they usually have just about as many zones as they have feed times. So they will have about 8 different feeding zones and 3 different sleeping zones. And they switch between those zones throughout the day. So right now they all seem to be in their transitional time where they're switching from one thing to the next. So we're just gonna wait here for a minute and see if any of them will land. There we go, the ducks are landing over there. The scorp are still making up their minds. Where are you gonna go? And the geese have flown off somewhere over there. Oh, the scorps are landing over there. There we go. That is why I wanted to wait. And for scorps, we're gonna need so many of them. We're gonna need scorps that are on the... We're gonna need high weight scorps for scorp mission. We're gonna need scorps that are flying for the flying scorp mission. So... we need so many scorps, man. Let's make sure we're fully loaded, because we're gonna have to shoot a lot. And we're also gonna have to go for those ducks when we are done with the scorps. Because the ducks are our main mission. But the scorps are something that we have a lot of missions for. A lot. Okay, there are the scorps. So what we're going to try is, we're going to try to get a nice fat one while they are in the water, and we can actually determine which one of these are like big ones. So we're going to try to go for this female there. And then when they are flying off, we're going to try to get one more scorp. I don't care which one, we're just going to try to get one more. So that we can get some for the flying scorp mission. Okay, let's wait until they turn around and come back towards us, because that's usually what happens with the birds. If they turn around and come back towards us, we're gonna try. If not, we're just gonna have to find them again somewhere else. But it seems they're just flying off. Okay, well, in that case, this goes towards the 15 kilograms of scope. And then we're gonna look for our ducks. Yeah, 0.99. This is a mature animal and we only get 0.99 out of this. It's gonna take so long to get those 15 kilograms. There's our ducks. 1 star young, 1 star adult, Adult female, 2-star mature, mature female, 3-star mature. Okay, we're gonna go for the mature female. I just want to get a little bit closer. Like 50 meters or so would be nice. There we go. And the rest of you are going to fly off, are you not? Or are you coming back around for round 2? Not really, you are flying off somewhere else. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna find another group of ducks. It's cool. We got her in the brain. Well, R.I.P. little duck. We don't need your brain, we just need your liver. As long as that is still intact, we're good. And when we're done with this little trek through the swamp, when we're done with trying to get our first batch of scorps and geese and all that, we're gonna have to pay a visit to Matthias's cabin and do his second mission, so we can get his third and final mission, which is actually the one that's going to require us to do some hunting. But first I want to finish this trek through the swamp. There are so many need zones here, holy hell. Are we good now? But yeah, that's why I said this area of the map is super if you're hunting for birds, because that's a 1-star adored male. That's not useful for us. There are just so many different flocks of birds and so many different need zones here. If you go through the swamp once, you are going to find at least 4 or 5 flocks that you need. He's gonna spook. That's fine. Because we don't need a moose right now. In real life, it is highly inadvisable to get close to moose. Like, moose don't fuck around. They are extremely big and extremely scary animals. They will put you in the ground if you give them half a reason to. And they're a lot bigger than people think. Like, a moose is... They're really tall and really heavy animals. You do not want to mess with a moose. Alright, moving on. I don't actually think we'll find many birds this far up north. Like, probably would be better off down here, but we're gonna come back here anyway, so that's fine. Another need zone. Wild duck. Why not? just gonna keep on going. And this lake down here is where we also get some, I think, mule deer and white-tailed deer. So if we manage to make it there before their drinking time ends, we might be able to get a low-fit mule deer as well. Yeah, no, nature's bulldozers. Yeah, moose are just scary. Moose are like literal megafauna that is still alive today. You do not want to mess with them. Especially if a moose is looking directly at you and tilting its antlers towards you, that's your time, that's your show to back off, because that moose is basically telling you, bro, come even one step closer, and this is what you're getting. And the moose will win. The moose will 100% win. I don't care how much you can bench press, the moose is gonna win. They don't mess around. Oh, that's more moose. I can't get... Oh, that's a 1-star adult again. Ah, never mind. Am I just getting the same herd here every single time? I mean, if it was a 2-star mature then, or something like that, then we would have to mark the location, because that's what we're gonna need for Ruiz's last mission, is a 2-star moose, at least. If we can get a 3, 4, or 5-star, that's great as well, but it needs to have at least 2 stars. Let's have a quick look if we see anything useful. Nope. Now we're getting back into more swampy than foresty area, which is good. Means more chance for ducks and geese and all that. Because yeah, you will need a lot of birds in this game, especially on this map. This map just has so many duck missions, or duck, geese, whatever. Wetland birds. And Transylvania also has one mission that is pretty intense with the birds. It's like 21 geese or something like that. Thankfully, the DLC maps are a bit more chill when it comes to the kill so and so many animals missions. Okay. Resting zone. Not too bad. If you are going to specifically go hunting for an individual flock, I do recommend that you hunt them at the resting zones, because they all have about half a dozen drinking zones at least, but they only have 3 resting zones. So it's going to be a lot easier to check those and a lot quicker than if you try to go to all of their eating zones. But that's only if you're really looking for one specific flock, because you already saw them once and they have a 5-star mature or whatever. Otherwise, if you're just hunting for, like we do right now, 3 different ducks, then don't bother. Just go through the swamps as we're doing now, and you'll be fine. Let's get rid of these markers so we don't get confused. More moose zones. Okay, and we're getting very close to the end of the drinking time, but let's see. We're gonna take a We're gonna take a little trip down to this lake, which is usually... Oh, there we have some ducks. That lake down there is usually a good place for scaup and for mule deer. So let's have a look. The scaup, I think, are probably the most painful ones on this map because 15 kilograms when each bird only weighs a kilogram at best is, it's not ideal. Let's just put it like that. And then you need them for like 3 other missions as well. Let's see where these ducks are going to land. If they are landing anywhere nearby, we might be able to take them. There's a 1-star mature in there. If they are landing nearby, we're definitely taking that one. The 1-star mature that's over there. Because usually when they are circling like that, it means they're getting close to their place of landing. And you just need to wait a little bit. So I'm just gonna wait here for a minute. A lot of hunting is patience, particularly in this game. Like if you're just running and gunning in this game, you're not gonna get very far. And also one thing that really trips a lot of people over is that this game works very differently from Call of the Wild when it comes to finding the really big animals. Because in Call of the Wild, from what I understand, basically you want to shoot the high fitness ones, the really big ones, in the chance that they spawn a great one, like a super big animal. Because they all appear in basically the same slot. You have to shoot the big ones to actually make way for the super big ones. Whereas here, it's exactly the other way around. You have to shoot the low fitness ones to get a chance of having the high fit ones. So a lot of people who come over from Call of the Wild are like, hey, I can't find any super big animals. I've been shooting any 4 stars I find, and I still can't find the 5 stars. And we're like, oh god. You poor unfortunate soul. You have just ruined your herd fitness everywhere. It's not irreversible, but you basically played the game exactly the wrong way. Yeah, that's always harsh. And another harsh moment is like whenever somebody discovers Nikabo's tour map and is like, oh cool, now I can see all the need zones, and then they never bother exploring the other functions of the toolbox. And then at one point you tell them, oh yeah, I used that to track my herds, and they're like, what do you mean track your herds? And then you introduce them to the power of the right click, and you just watch them come to the horrible realization that they've basically missed half the functions on the tour map. Okay, where are you guys? You are in this... Okay. I'm going to risk... Am I going to risk it? I don't feel like I want to risk it. If I could put a stand up here, I could definitely see them all. But I think they're just coming across this hill anyway, so we might just wait for them to come up here. Particularly for this 1-star mature, wherever it is. We're just gonna wait for him to come over this little hill here. It means we're gonna miss the mule deer, but I can live with that. Oh, alerted. Let's stand very still and leave them alone. he's right there, but he's just a little bit too low, so I can't see him. Oh, that is so annoying. Can you please just... No, now he's going away again. Oh, come on. I am tempted to just take one of the mature females, honestly. Young. Mature female, 1-star young, 2... Did I just see a 2-star mature? Yeah, 2-star mature, 1-star mature, there he is. Ha! Let's go. I'm not actually sure if I hit the right one. I think I may have gotten 2 for 1, actually. No, just 1. Okay. 1-star mature, we got him. That's exactly what I wanted. Ha 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 ha. Let's go. Okay. Now we are actually going to go back because we need to advance the main missions in order to get the one that will let us harvest that goose that we shot. So first things first, we're going to Reese's cabin. We're going to advance his mission a bit.